Greetings, Pool Player Nation, and welcome back to Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas for bonus coverage of this year's APA World Pool Championships. I'm your host, Jason Bowman, and I am joined by the Hall of Fame legend, Ava Lawrence. Ava, today we've got something very special in store for our viewers, an international challenge match featuring teams from both of our Asian leagues, a showdown between JPA, or Japanese Pool Players Association, and the APA of Singapore.
I think this is so cool we're doing this. I mean, if there is a universal game, it would be pool. I mean, it's played in every continent, and I would argue pretty much every country in the world. So to have these here coming all the way here from Asia is fantastic, and I love that we get to highlight them.
Absolutely. So before we meet our finalists in this special exhibition, let's give you a quick breakdown of some of the key rules here today. This match is going to feature the Team Captains Championship format. What that means is teams will choose any 3 team members to compete in this match. The order of play is lowest skill level player to highest skill level player. Only one player of skill level 6 or higher can play in a given match. And the format here is going to alternate between 8-ball and 9-ball, starting with the 8-ball rack. And Ava, that should add an interesting twist because I'm not sure that either of these teams actually plays 8-ball, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge.
Because they're here for the 9-ball
championship. Yes. So now each team is limited to 1 timeout per rack, or per game per rack, and each individual rack is worth 1 team point. We use a games must-win chart, and in this case, both teams are going to be a race to 5 here. So let's go ahead and meet our championship finalists. First, from the land of the rising sun, Team Japan. And their opponents are from the Lion City. We have Team Singapore. And the players are ready to get things started. Let's take you down into Pool Dog Arena for the start of this special international exhibition, again presented by our good friends at PoolDog.com. All right, a little handshake there by the players.
And as you mentioned, both of these teams have been playing in the air, competing in the 9-ball championship that's going on right now. Finals for that is going to be tomorrow. So tune in to see the championship played off tomorrow. Still a lot of pool left to do in the main arena.
Ava, I think one of the biggest challenges in this match may be the pronunciation of these names.
That is your job.
So I hope.
I'm going with Japan and Singapore.
Yeah.
From there, it's all you.
So we're starting off for Team Japan. We have Akina. And for Team Singapore, and I've been told I can use their English names. They actually have English names. This is Peter.
Okay, so you're
So
not
Akina
even going
Peter.
You're not going to even dive
Hey,
into the
when they said
last
they have
names,
English
are you?
names, I said let's go with that. So you've got Akina on the left, Peter on the right. Akina is Team Japan, Peter is Team Singapore. And it looks like Akina will win the lag. And she will have the first break. Again, we will start in a 8-ball rack, and we will rotate with each rack, 8-ball, 9-ball, 8-ball, 9-ball, until one team has won 5 racks.
And I know team captains, the qualifiers go on throughout the country, but in case in the United States and Canada anyway, and what some of you may not know is the way it's played. 8-ball is straight 8-ball, just like regular. When we go to 9-ball, you win on the 9. So you could essentially make it on the snap, and you win that rack.
Right. Yeah, we don't use the point system for the
Right.
9-ball and team captain. It's a great format, moves very quickly.
Yeah,
right?
a lot of pressure
generally
on
hour,
each rack.
hour and a half
yeah.
kind of match. And like I said, the challenge of the 8-ball, 9-ball, it's kind of the same reason we like Masters and USAM so much.
Sure.
You got to be proficient in both disciplines. And so we will see how these teams adapt to playing a little 8-ball. Akina now with the break.
Looks like that 15 is going to go in.
Yep.
That'll settle her series of balls, being the stripes. Table opened up pretty well. There's an issue right here to deal with, but other than that, she's got a great shot here on the 9-ball on the side. She taps that softly and not enough. She should be able to have a shot on the 14 after that in the corner down here where she's standing.
Again, if you're just joining us, this is a special exhibition match here at the APA World Pool Championships between our two Asian leagues, the JPA, or the Japanese Pool Players Association, and the APA of Singapore.
It's a long way. You know, you think if you go from the East Coast or from the East Coast of Canada or United States, it's a long way to make it to Vegas for the championship. These guys are coming across
halfway across
the world. Yeah.
We're excited to have them here, excited to highlight them for you guys. I know there's always a lot of interest in the teams from the other side of the world. And
they're so friendly, and they're so respectful, and it's great having them here. I haven't heard anybody ever say anything different. These guys coming over. And then great opportunity for them, too. I'm sure many or most have never been to the United States, so they're enjoying the crazy part of United States being here in Las Vegas. They're probably going to go, America's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, imagine if that was your only experience over here was Las Vegas. Wow.
I have a lot of friends from Sweden that have come over to the United States but just went to New York, and they think that's kind of, get the impression that's what United States is. But
so this is Peter at the table of the APA of Singapore team.
All right, he's got his work cut out for him here. That 3-ball is still tied up. Shouldn't have any problems tapping this one in. Is he going to get a shot on the 4? Yep, perfect speed. We'll see what he comes up with here. Nothing to shoot at. Let's see a defensive shot, but he's definitely not going to mess with a 3-12 at this point.
Again, the skill level, the team skill level here for each team is 15. That's how the format for team captains works. That is not an individual skill level of 15. That is a team
no.
skill level of 15. Which means they're both racing to 5 racks.
And again, as you mentioned at the top, that you cannot have, let's say, 2 6s on your team or 7 and a 6. One higher skill level player, which would be a 6 or 7 max.
Akina at the table. Team Japan. Four countries represented here at the APA World Championships, and Akina calls a foul on herself there.
Which everybody should, if you have any class whatsoever. Yes, there's a referee at the table here, but when you're playing league or you're playing local tournaments, there may not be anybody around, and if one says it's not and one says it is, yes, it goes to the shooter because you have to pick one or the other. But calling a foul on yourself should be pretty much an automatic reaction.
Another opportunity now for Akina. Fairly early morning here in Las Vegas for these two teams. They were both in the 7 p.m. round last night, I believe, so they would have been playing till 11, 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So. They didn't want to miss the opportunity to come down and play in Pool Dog Arena today.
It's a good shot there. She's got this 13 ball. Looks like the cue ball is going to go away this way a little bit, so it might be tricky to get a shot at the 10. I'm not sure she's straight enough on it too. Yeah, she followed enough. About the best she's going to do here, unless she tries to break it open and go rail first is to get some kind of a bank shot here in the side on the 12, I would think. Oh, she tried to hammer it. Oh, has she left a perfect opportunity here? Make this and tap into these balls here. She would love to just hit straight into the 5. Would be the ultimate, because then she's guaranteed a shot. Oh, he decided to, okay.
Ava, I know when we're not doing matches here in the booth, you're out watching your teams here in Las Vegas. But there's an added challenge for these teams because very few, if any of them, speak English. So their league operators are basically at every single match, not just to watch, but to translate.
If there's an issue of any kind,
yeah,
correct.
You talked about the distance they come, but also navigating the language barrier.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever be coming without their league operator to kind of make sure that to help.
Yeah, so I think we'll have, at some point in this match, we'll have our APA of Singapore league operator, Eddie Rivera, join us, talk a little bit about his team. And I know Nori from the JPA, he actually has teams still playing, so he said he'll be in and out. I said, okay, do they know what to do? And he said they know. I've talked to them. So,
and like you pointed out earlier, the fact that these are the teams that came for Nineball. They also had teams come from Eightball, but they've probably already gone home.
Yeah, I don't believe at least the Japanese players, I don't believe have played Eightball. So you see him taking a timeout here.
And in APA, one team takes a timeout. The other team can also get together and talk a little bit and pump each other up.
And I believe
they still have a timeout if they need it later on.
This is Hasato of Team Japan. Talking things over with
Got to
Akina.
mark the pocket.
Yeah, again, something a little different for them if they've not played Eightball before.
All you have to do here is hit this as you possibly can. You got to remember, when you cut a ball in really thin, you want to hit it a little firmer or hit it more thin, because when you thin cut a ball and you hit it slowly, the cue ball will drag it a little bit. It will make contact a little bit longer, and you tend to hit it too thick.
After this first rack, we will move to 9-ball. Again, we will rotate 8-ball, 9-ball, 8-ball, 9-ball until one team has 5 points.
Let's see if she can make this. She should be able to at least leave it in front of the pocket, but I think she can make it.
Nicely done by Akina of Team Japan. They have taken an early 1-0 lead in this race to 5, and they will have the break when we return in just a moment.
Ready to enjoy pool at a whole new level? At PoolDog.com, we know that playing your best is simply more fun. That's why we offer a huge selection of pool cues from all the top brands, backed by our 60-day satisfaction guarantee, including chalked cues. Build your ideal cue with custom options like shaft upgrades, precision tips, and more. You'll feel the difference immediately with a stick that's truly an extension of you. Get the performance you need, risk-free. Find your perfect cue at PoolDog.com.
PoolDog.com is the best place to buy billiard supplies. We have a massive selection of pool cues and billiard accessories featuring all of the top brands and styles. Shop now and see for yourself why PoolDog.com is the pool player's best friend.
All right, welcome back to Pool Dog Arena here in Las Vegas. Team Japan on the board first in this race to 5. This is Takako of Team Japan with the break in the first 9-ball rack. And this is a winner break format. Pockets the 1 and the 2 on the break. Takako's opponent from Team Singapore is Agnes. We'll get a chance to see her hopefully at some point in this rack.
And the format we're playing here is what we're going to be airing later today, which is the Team Captains Championship.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Pacific time tonight here in Las Vegas.
Good shot.
Now, Ava, I don't know if you remember, we did one of these challenge matches last year between Singapore and Japan, and Team Singapore, if I remember correctly, kind of dominated that one, right?
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, it was like 5-1 maybe. So Team Japan, a little
They're
bit of
on
a
the
chip
mission.
on their shoulder. I don't even know if that's a phrase they use in Japan, but I'm going to use it here and see if they can't get a little revenge this year.
And it is winding down, like I said earlier. They're going to have the championship of the 9-ball coming up tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 2
And,
p.m., yeah.
yeah.
That'll be our last match of the tournament. Excited to see which 2 teams will be here in Pool Dog Arena.
I don't know about you, but I always can't wait to get here. But after about 10, 12, 14 days, it's time to go home.
Yes, yes.
If nothing else, just to see, experience some, I don't know, humidity.
Your own bed.
Yeah, that too.
That helps. Takako still at the table.
It's a good shot. She came over. This table is pretty fast. Not a lot of play on this championship table, so tough to hold this. You've been here for almost a full 2 weeks, haven't you? I came in a little bit later.
Yeah, I got here Sunday before last Sunday. The 3rd of August, maybe?
Yeah, a couple weeks.
It'll be a full 2 weeks by the time I leave. Which I love Vegas, but it is a long time, 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's not even the longest. We have people that are out here even longer than that. Our setup crew's here 4 or 5 days before that.
I'm sure Katie and the kids are ready for you to get home.
Yes, yes.
I'm sure there'll be a list of things for you to do when you get home.
School starts Monday for us back in
Yeah.
Missouri, so no sleeping in on Monday.
Back to reality.
Agnes of Team Singapore. I like their shirts, their team jerseys.
Oh, that's a good shot there, Agnes. Little bit firm. Again, the table's playing fast, but that she hit that really, really well.
Let's see if they use a timeout.
Let's see, if they use a timeout, you make this and you hit a little bit of center, and you can come up here and go around. If you hit, then it's just a speed shot. Without that center, depending on the speed, you're flirting with the center, side pocket a little bit. Another safe shot would be to just go ahead and try to bank the 8 and leave a tough shot for your opponent if you miss it. And that's what she's going to do.
Nicely
there was no missing that. She's smiling and she went, wow. I don't know if she knew that was, thought that was going to go in. And we have a tied match. Good shot.
We are even at 1 rack apiece here in this special international challenge match between Japan and Singapore. Team Singapore will have the break when we return in just a moment.
PoolDog.com is the best place to buy billiard supplies. We have a massive selection of pool cues and billiard accessories featuring all of the top brands and styles. Shop now and see for yourself why PoolDog.com is the pool player's best friend.
Welcome back to Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas. Continuing coverage of the APA World Pool Championships. This is a special exhibition match between Team Japan and Team Singapore here in Pool Dog Arena this morning. This is Kai at the table for Team Singapore. We're now back in the 8-ball rack.
And again, starts with the lowest skill level player, plays first, then the mid one, and then the highest. So this is the third one. This would be the highest skill level players on the team. Could also be 3 5s. That's not a problem. 3 4s.
Yeah, any combination up to 15.
Just saw a little note here. I looked down for a second, and Shanna Ing said she played last year and won the invitational match.
I remember
but
her.
She hopes that Singapore wins again.
I remember her. I think she might have been out here for 8-ball, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
So you were correct in your memory, by the way. I'm proud of you. Yeah, I would have not remembered who won last year. So good job, you. Try to break those open. It made it worse. Created a pretty big problem there. You got to figure out quickly how you're going to break those open. And he only has 2 balls left on the table. It's not going to be easy. I mean, the only thing I can think of, 3 balls, the only thing I can think of here is using this, put a little bit of reverse on it, go in to the 6. Now he's going to play defense. Yeah, that's not going to help.
And now an opportunity, well, not yet. Hoping to see Hisato from Team Japan at the table.
Good hit, no ball in hand.
And now we will see Hisato.
And he's got a great opportunity to go into and solve that 3 ball right now. Just by playing this 1 ball here, come up, and then he should be pretty much guaranteed with the correct speed to have a shot at this 2 ball. Nice. I said that too early, didn't I? He's got the 6 though. 6 in the side should work. 6 balls on the table spread out. Your odds are getting a shot, but stranger things have happened.
Nice crowd filtering in here to Pool Dog Arena on the second to last day of competition in Las Vegas. This was not a pre-promoted event. We had to wait and see if teams were available, and sure enough, this morning they were, and we said, let's do this. Now we've got a nice little crowd coming in and cheering them on.
I'm sure they wish they were still playing.
Sure.
But
sure they wish they were here tonight or tomorrow
Yeah.
playing in the high-stakes match. But nevertheless, a great opportunity to get to experience the bright lights of Pool Dog Arena.
Yep. So we appreciate them stepping up. I'm sure that they're excited to represent their country and kind of getting to make a little bit of a splash here in this exhibition match. Nice and smooth. 4 balls should feed nicely. You guys can play the 3 ball in the side here. 7 goes down here. he can't hold the cue ball, he could just tap it and then play the 7 next instead. All right, looks like 7 ball to me. A lot of right. Low right will bring it up to play the 3 in the side. Oh, he wants this to bounce. That's not going to work. This is a thin cut. Got to let the cue ball fly a little bit. The only thing he's got going for him is the fact that the 8's in front of the side pocket, so he doesn't have to do much. And he's going to play defense here. He's got an easy way to hide behind the 8. Oh, that's a good shot. I think he got there.
Crowd appreciates that defensive shot as well. Brings Kai back.
He can strike the 15. I just don't know. I mean, long shot. If he can hit enough of it to maybe make the combo, or just tap it and hope he leaves it on the rail. And snookers in behind the 3. I don't think he got there. A little too firm. I think he needed to pretty much freeze on the rail to be able to pull that off. So. Looks like Japan is going to go ahead and take the lead again.
Sato Okayama. Sounds good.
Sato Okayama. Yeah, you're regular linguist, ain't you?
Pockets the 8 in the side. Team Japan has regained a 1-rack lead. They lead 2-1. They will have the break when we return in just a moment. Welcome back to Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas, continuing coverage of the APA World Pool Championships. Special exhibition match here this morning in Las Vegas between Team Japan and Team Singapore. This is Akina of Team Japan preparing to break, now in the 9-ball rack. Couple balls
Nice
down there.
break. Again, it's 9-ball. Takes it all. We're playing the team captain format. There's no ball count for this. And it's Japan is trying to hold on to their championship, their legacy from winning last year.
No, they
No,
lost.
they lost last year. They're trying to get
Pretty
See, I
lopsided,
already
if I
got-
remember.
yeah,
They're
that's right.
looking to avenge.
They're avenging. Okay, gotcha.
They've been stewing all year, I'm sure. It's the bragging rights of the Far East here at stake. I'm sure there's a lot of national pride here. I mean, we're kind of joking, but I mean, they're representing their country. They
Yeah.
gonna get a little lucky here. Yes, sir.
And you never know. Do they have the same kind of, back and forth that we would with Canada or Sweden would with Norway or whatever? Neighboring countries or neighboring areas tend to have a little bit of a extra rivalry.
Now, this is Peter at the table, Peter being his American name. The teams out of Singapore each adopt American names. He gets a 2-for-1 there. It's a very quick rack.
It's huge odds in his favor here of running these three and tying this game up.
Great match so far early on. Assuming Peter can finish this rack off.
What's that to stop?
Ooh.
He should be okay. They're close, but I don't think he's going to foul here.
Peter pockets
go.
that 9, and we are once again tied at 2 games apiece, and we will be back here in just a moment.
I've had people stare at me my whole life. I've just had to grow to accept it. I'm always going to be different. Cuckoo, I'm the midget. I have every intention of winning this tournament. I love when people underestimate me. I will eat them alive. Have you ever seen 96 pounds of dynamite before?
The Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino. Legendary. Vegas. Fun. Enjoy Westgate's classic gaming and entertainment. Savor fine dining. And experience the world's largest sportsbook, Westgate Superbook. It's all at the Westgate Las Vegas Resort and Casino.
And welcome back to Pool Dog Arena in Las Vegas, continuing coverage of the APA World Pool Championships. Agnes of Team Singapore now at the table with the break, after her teammate Peter just tied this match at 2 racks apiece. Nothing down on the break, and we are joined here in the booth. We're packing them in the booth, Ava. Eddie Rivera, league operator of APA of Singapore. Eddie, I'm not, as well-traveled as you, but it seems like Rivera doesn't seem like a Singaporean name to me.
That's a very nice observation, Jason. Yes, it's not very Singaporean. It's actually Puerto Rican.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been living in Singapore for about 6 years and loving it.
Yeah. How does that happen? I mean, tell us just briefly about kind of how APA got going in Singapore, how you brought APA to Singapore, really.
Well, I just fell in love with Singapore when I moved there, and I thought, there's a great opportunity to help grow the pool community. And, of course, pool is growing all over Asia, but with Aloysius Yap and some of the more well-known professional pool players in Asia, it's just helping to grow the sport. So I said, hey, let's get this started. Let's get the amateur game started here in Singapore, and it's growing and growing.
Yeah, Aloysius, he just won an event in Florida.
Yeah, he did.
He's something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Love
having
watching him play.
Great year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's having a phenomenal year. You're right. So it's really nice to see the Singaporean players up and coming, especially Aloysius, and we have new up and coming players like Nicholas Tan and others that you might see on TV coming up soon.
And it's great because everybody's gotten used to all the Filipinos.
Yes.
Great, great Japanese players, great Chinese players. But just in Singapore, it's great that it, and he has a lot to do with, obviously.
He really does.
That does tend to happen.
Yeah, he really does.
Yeah, it's got to be great for pool over there overall, and inspiring for your players. How many teams do you have out here for this event?
So this team, Team Tigris, made it for both 8-ball and 9-ball.
Okay.
And then we also have another team, Ginza Goring, who made it out for 8-ball as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what's the experience like for them? I mean, I know they have to come a long way to be here.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's some language barrier for some of them. I don't know how many, if any of them speak English, but...
Yeah, they do actually. So English is the #1 language in Singapore.
Oh, nice.
But there still is a little bit of language barrier because, of course, they do prefer speaking in Chinese. But no, they all speak English fairly well, and So they had a great time out here. A lot of the teams were very nice and hospitable. We had a couple nice sportsmanship comments that were told about us. So that's always a positive, right? When you hear positive remarks for our Singapore teams. I think I'm very proud of both teams for representing very well.
It's another level. I mean, it's one thing coming here and representing your state or your league area, but coming from different countries and coming here, it makes you really proud, and you hope that your players will represent well. And we talked about that earlier. That I heard some comments how classy they are. Yeah, both the Japanese and the Singaporean team.
Now, are any of them here from the teams for the first time? Not just at the event, but like first time in the U.S. or Vegas.
Yeah, most
Anybody
of them.
really?
Yeah, most of them actually.
And did you explain to them that Las Vegas does not represent
the United States?
What the rest of life in the United States is like?
I didn't have that explanation, no, but I probably should.
You might mention that. Yeah. They may not want to come back ever.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's a little different here.
But some of them made them out to like the Grand Canyon. I think
oh,
some
nice. So they have had a chance to kind of do some sightseeing.
Yeah, I think a few of them are out right now at Yosemite and other places. So
good for them.
Yeah, they're really exploring U.S. right now.
That's the one thing that the fact that our event is in Las Vegas is that if you do get knocked out, there's so many great things to be able to do. We had a team that lost in 9th position from our area, and he was saying, I'm really kind of bummed we lost, but if we wouldn't have lost, I would never have been really out of the casino. He said, I'm so glad that we had one day to do Vegas, and he had never been here before. So
yeah, that's really true.
It's a little...
I was trying to tell that to my team. There's more to see than just the strip of Las Vegas.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some great things outside of the strip here.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually some great water features here, like Lake Mead, the Colorado River. Akina at the table for Team Japan. Akina won. I'm sorry, not Akina. We are on to Takako. Takako versus Agnes here. I do like how they take the Americanized names. It does make it a little easier for Ava and I, just so you know.
Yeah, it does.
Big fan, and I did notice it's on the back of their jerseys there. So
it did take me a little while myself, coming over from the U.S. over to Singapore to really make sure my pronunciation is correct, and I'm still learning, to be honest with you.
Now, do you speak Chinese?
I do not, but I'm working on it.
Okay.
I'm working on it. Maybe give me about 10 years.
10 years? Okay.
Why? It's such an easy language. The writing, everything.
Yeah, so
letters.
easy. So easy. Maybe I'll take lessons from you, Ava.
Oh, yeah.
And as far as league what's going on with the league in Singapore? You guys started the fall session yet? Are you at the end? I don't know how your schedule works over there.
Yeah, you're pretty much right on point. So the Monday division starts off in the fall session this coming Monday, August the 18th. So right around the corner. And then right behind that, we'll have our Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Saturday. We have almost every day league over there. So it's going well. We've got a lot of double jeopardy teams and a whole bunch of new pubs that are joining in. So just a little shout out. If you're not joining in yet from Singapore, come on in and let's play.
Yeah. Or if you're an expat and you're going to Singapore, we got APA there for you, ready for you. Great time to get involved.
Yeah, that is one thing that's really nice about Singapore is it's a melting pot, as they say, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Takako here. Looking for Japan
there it
to
is.
regain the lead.
Yeah.
So Ava and I were talking, Eddie, last year. Pretty lopsided match, right? I think you guys won like 5-1. Is that sound right?
I think it was 5-1.
So I don't know. I told Ava, Team Japan might have been stewing all year, ready to,
Minori did tell me his level 7 is also level 9 in Nineball, so he's quite the player, and I think you're right. I think he didn't want to lose this year.
And we actually may do another bonus match after this team match between the two highest ranked players on each of these teams in a quick points race in Nineball. I think if time allows, we'll see how long this match goes. We do have our team captain championships tonight. Semifinal round, I believe, starts at 5 p.m.
Yeah, I hope we get to have that match because we've got one of our level 7, level 9s here, Anthony Sutanto, and he's been called a Super 7, so it'd be fun to watch him play. No pressure, Anthony,
A
but
couple of heavy hitters, huh?
Great.
Yeah. He was already telling me he's a little bit nervous. I'm like, oh, you'll be fine.
It's a
Just-
different experience playing in this arena, isn't it? I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's pretty nice too because we didn't promote this match. We didn't tell anybody about it, and yet here the room is maybe half full at this point. A few more
Yeah.
people keep filtering in and checking out this match. So again, shout out to the folks at PoolDog.com, our presenting sponsors of all of our live stream coverage. Also want to make sure I mention Action Cues, Kamui Tips, Aramith Balls, and of course Diamond Tables. 300 beautiful diamond tables. We've got this special gray and orange. I like to call it kind of the Harley themed
It's really beautiful.
arena this
I mean,
year.
Yeah, I think we need some of these in Singapore.
Gorgeous.
All right, Agnes turns the table back over to Takako.
Table
Now your
is
teams
open.
were playing late into the evening last night, right? They were
Yeah.
in that 7 o'clock round, so they got to bed at what, midnight, 1 o'clock?
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Well, I think they actually had a little bit of fun last night, too.
Did
They
they?
said, okay, just like Ava was saying, okay, we're out.
we're done.
Let's
we're
go
gonna
out.
go celebrate.
Yeah, let's go enjoy. And they did pretty well, right? So they should have celebrated last night.
Hard for them to get up this morning for this.
It was.
And what's the time change like between Las Vegas and Singapore? I mean, that's got to be. What's the difference?
I think it's about 14 hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's just getting out of here and getting acclimated to that half-day difference.
100%.
Got to be challenging.
Do you guys come in a little bit early, or
We
you in
did.
the play? Yeah.
Yeah, so they came in about 2 days early. So they, again, did get a little bit adjusted, but it's not easy.
No, it's not.
Even for myself, well, I've been here 100 times and I'm still, what day is it today?
Nice shot there. Japan has a chance to get up. What is it? 3-2. Race to 5. Oh,
Oh,
commentator jinx
Commentator
there.
curse,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's my fault.
I think we're all guilty of that one once or twice.
You bet.
Eddie, so do the players in this match, they've all played 8-ball previously? Because I know I was talking to Nori who runs our league in Japan, and the Japanese players have actually not played 8-ball, so he had to kind of give them a quick breakdown of how 8-ball is played compared to 9-ball. So, but
Yeah.
do yours play 8-ball?
They do, actually.
Okay.
Surprisingly.
Oh, you mentioned they were in the 8-ball. That's right.
Yeah, so, Japan, as you mentioned, has much more 9-ball teams. And I thought Singapore would kind of be the same because they're, again, focused on Aloysius, and he's a 9-ball player. But then tables have turned. It looks like we have a lot more 8-ball teams than 9-ball. So
Interesting.
Yeah, so these guys
It's interesting how it varies depending on the country over there. It's
You mentioned a lot of them are playing double jeopardy as well.
Yes.
So I'm sure players who play only 9-ball, let's say, or watch 9-ball now get introduced to the game of 8-ball at the
Correct.
same time.
Exactly.
Is it primarily 9-foot tables in Singapore?
Yes.
7-foot, mainly 9-foot?
It's really the culture is shifting too. If you have a 7-foot table over there, people are actually pushing to make it a 9-foot because they
Really?
want to play on the bigger tables.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we've got quite a few pool halls out there, and the team of Tame Tigress, their venue is Tigress, and they play on mostly rest on 9-foot tables.
Okay.
So yeah, they're mostly 9-foot out there.
I have to ask, how did you end up moving to Singapore?
Just fate, I guess. I was traveling the world and really enjoyed traveling in Singapore and kind of fell in love with the city. And I said, okay, I need to try something new. Now's the time. It's now or never. And
That's good advertising for Singapore. You're traveling everywhere, and then this is the one that you fell in love with. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's interesting, though, too, Ava, is that both the league operators, JPA league operator Noriyuki Nanjo and Eddie, both played together in the Seattle area in a league up there years ago.
Mhm.
So they all knew each other
Mhm.
and ended up moving on to bring APA, halfway across the globe, which
Right.
is pretty cool. They all started in the same division there.
Yeah.
so-
Yeah. Such a small world.
Yeah. All started in the Seattle area.
Yeah. Now we're competing against each other here in the Pool Dog Arena.
That's great.
Oh, good shot.
Nice
Agnes
shot.
fires in that 8-ball in the corner. Team Singapore takes their first lead of the match, 3-2, and they will have the break when we return in just a moment.
He did it. He did it. Holy smokes, what a shot.
The 2 defeats the 9. David has beaten Goliath. All right, welcome back to Pool Dog Arena, Las Vegas. Continuing coverage of the APA World Pool Championships, now in its final few days, believe it or not. Party is starting to wind down. Still a lot to be decided today and, of course, into tomorrow. But right now we are focused on this special international exhibition between Team Japan and Team Singapore. Team Singapore with the break there. Dry break. Brings Hisato of Team Japan to the table. Hisato Okayama.
What's the population in Singapore?
I think we're about 5 million.
5 million? Okay.
Yeah.
Fairly small land mass, isn't it, Singapore?
It is. Yeah, from top to bottom, about 30-minute drive, and
wow.
you're in Malaysia already. Oh, what a shot!
Nice. Nice shot.
One on the
Absolutely.
side there.
And shape on the 2.
Now, was there any one thing in particular your players, when they got out here, wanted to make sure they did or experienced outside of the pool tournament?
I
It's
think
like something they wanted to eat or go or...
Yeah, you hit it on the money. Eat. They wanted to just eat as much as they can. Go to
Okay.
different restaurants, and one of the ones, of course, is fan favorite of his Hell's Kitchen. They really
Okay.
want to go see Gordon Ramsay's restaurants out
Okay.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I think they made it out to Hell's Kitchen, and they really enjoyed it.
good.
Yeah. I think they even made it to Chinatown. Ooh.
And it's hard not to find it's hard to find a bad meal in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That's one
a lot
thing.
of good, a lot
So
of good
many
places to
options.
eat. That's
Oh
the
my
hard.
God.
That's the harder
Yeah.
part is figuring out where,
Yes.
because there are so many options. But
Yeah.
Kai at the table for Team Singapore. What can you tell us about Kai? We know he's a good pool player.
Yeah, he is. Kai Leong's been playing pool for a long time. Again, he plays out of the Tigris location, and he's a strong 8-ball player and 9-ball player, but I think his preference is 8-ball. So let's see how he adjusts here in 9-ball.
Lefty as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Oh,
good try.
I presume the 8-ball teams that you had here went home, right?
Right now, they're traveling the U.S.
They are. They're staying for a while.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're having
for
some
them.
fun. Yeah, I'm proud of them. Happy that they get to experience more than just Las Vegas,
And
right?
that's who went
great.
to Yosemite.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great.
It's interesting. It seems like a lot of Yosemite of all the places.
Nice shot. That is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So do they come back to Vegas before they head back to Singapore? Do they fly out do they leave from somewhere else or?
I think majority of them will go through L.A.
L.A. Okay.
Yeah. In fact, they actually drove from L.A. out here to Vegas.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so that was not a big sightseeing drive, but
No.
If you
Not
like the
at all.
desert, it's a lot of desert to see if you like
yeah,
that.
exactly.
We hit the point there. It just came up a hair short and hit right on the point, so that cue ball died. See if you can slice this in.
Trying to even this up at 3 racks apiece. That's a race to 5. Team Japan trailing 3-2.
And again, this is the
Wow, good try.
team captain format, but this is not the finals of the Team Captains Championship that's
No.
coming up later today. This is an exhibition match between Singapore and Japan. Little international flair here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you like what you see with the format, 7 p.m. tonight, Pacific time, I should say. 7 p.m. Pacific. 10
time.
o'clock for those of you that are
Yeah.
on the East Coast. I know it's a little late, but still several rounds to be played today in the Team Captain Championship. So you're going to either have to stay up late or you can watch it tomorrow, right? It'll be there.
Tough shot.
Oh, and he scratched.
Oh.
Oh, wow. We got lucky there.
We being Singapore.
Yeah,
Singapore.
that's
Of course.
maybe a pivotal moment in the match there with Team Singapore, barring some kind of strange circumstance, going to the hill now.
I wanted to clear that up so it didn't sound like you and I,
We're
that
rooting
was you
one way or
going,
another.
oh, we got this
Yeah, of
is
course.
Eddie Rivera from Singapore is the league operator there. So that's whose voice you're hearing.
Maybe a tiny bit biased. Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Just one ball remains now.
Hoping to defend their championship from last year when they won this exhibition match
Yeah.
against
Tied
Japan.
pockets at 9. Singapore takes a 4-2 lead. Eddie Rivera, appreciate you joining us, buddy.
Thank you very much for having me.
Good luck to the team the rest of the way. I'll let you head out and celebrate if they can pull this out with one rack to go.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a few moments.
PoolDog.com is the best place to buy billiard supplies. We have a massive selection of pool cues and billiard accessories featuring all of the top brands and styles that will help you take your game to the next level. Our top-rated customer service, same-day shipping, and 60-day satisfaction guarantee that even covers chalk cues means you can buy with confidence. Shop now and see for yourself why PoolDog.com is the pool player's best friend.
Ready to enjoy pool at a whole new level? At PoolDog.com, we know that playing your best is simply more fun. That's why we offer a huge selection of pool cues from all the top brands backed by our 60-day satisfaction guarantee, including chalked cues. Build your ideal cue with custom options like shaft upgrades, precision tips, and more. You'll feel the difference immediately with a stick that's truly an extension of you. Get the performance you need, risk-free. Find your perfect cue at PoolDog.com.
And welcome back to Pool Dog Arena here in Las Vegas, continuing coverage of the APA World Pool Championships. Peter at the table now for Team Singapore. Ava, Peter has an opportunity here to put this match away.
See, side break, second ball. See if you're trying to get a 8-ball to get some action. It did not. And but he did make a solid.
Solid on the break. Man, it sure looked like we were going to 3-3 in that last rack.
You know, one little tiny mistake, and there goes. Super strong player, but left himself tough on the 8 there and scratched.
And that might be the pivotal moment of this match.
Yeah.
Whereas it looked like it would be 3-3, it is now 4-2. Team Singapore needs just one more rack to secure this match.
And this is really looking pretty right now. Just roll that in. You got the 2-ball right here. The 3, the 6, both go in several pockets. This is one of those that's very doable to run these balls. See where he lands here. Oh, the worst place possible. Not possible, but ew. This is, jacked up over this ball completely. Well, break for Team Japan here to get back to the table.
Now, at the conclusion of this match, we will end the broadcast, and then a few minutes later, we'll fire it back up. We're going to have each of the top players from these two teams go head-to-head in singles competition. Stick around and check that out, but we will end the broadcast and we'll fire it up again and start all over. Akina at the table for Team Japan, looking to stave off elimination. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is a special exhibition match, an international exhibition match between Team Japan and Team Singapore, both of our Asian leagues.
And both of these teams were participants in the Nineball championship that is going on next door in the main arena right now. winding down. They got knocked out last night, I believe.
The Singapore team
Singaporean
did. I'm
team.
not sure about the Japanese team. I'm not sure if they were out before that or not. I know there is still at least one Japanese team playing, because I know Nori, their league operator, mentioned he would have to run down back and forth because whereas Team Singapore sounds like most of them speak English, Team Japan does not. And so Nori basically operates not only as a support, but as their translator as well. And a foul there for Akina, and it comes at not a good time.
No, with Singapore on the hill, an open table. Still a little bit tricky now. It was easier before. Yeah, he's playing the smart shot here. That 3 ball was the biggest problem of the 3 left on the table besides the 8. Just tap this up. He can either go down and play the 1 next, or he can just, yeah, perfect. Just tap that 8 ball out of there a little bit. Now he's got great angle to just drift down for the 1, and all you don't want to do here is get straight in. Will it freeze?
Saying?
Yeah. I think he's got enough of an angle to go into the side cushion and back out. And this could be all she wrote here.
Boy, this match turned around quickly.
Yeah, sure did.
1 point, Team Japan led 2-1. And now Team Singapore is an 8 ball away from victory. And there it is, folks. The 8 ball falls. Team Singapore has won our 2025 International Challenge match. Congratulations to them. And again, we're going to take a brief break, and we will come back with some singles action between Team Japan and Team Singapore. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Ever wonder how good players can glide around the table pocketing balls? It's not luck or magic, it's cue ball control. Understanding the natural path of the cue ball is the first step to control. Then you'll learn how applying different spin will alter that path to get in position for your next ball. Want to control the cue ball like an expert? Discover this full tutorial, plus bonus drills in our Pool Dog Academy training archive. Dive in and start playing better pool.